My name is Dustin Kearns, assistant basketball coach for our men's basketball program here at Santa Clara. I'm going on my 6th season here and my 9th overall as a Division I assistant. When talking to recruits about Santa Clara, we really try to talk to them about the unique combination of both high academics and high athletics. Being a top 75 university nationwide versus also playing in the top 10 conference in our West Coast Conference. So we have a unique combination of both high academics and high athletics. One of my favorite things about living in the Bay Area is obviously the weather, but also the food. The food is very fresh. There's a lot of variety, a lot of great restaurants here in the Bay Area, especially in San Francisco and here in San Jose, and then you drive over to Santa Cruz and up and down the coast. But my wife and I really enjoy the weather and the food. Something that no one knows about me is on August 10th, 2000, the date I'll never forget, I had a unique opportunity to work the Michael Jordan Flight School. So I actually had my picture taken with Michael Jordan and spent some time with him. And then a few hours later, I drove down to Los Angeles and went to Coach John Wooden, his apartment, and met with him for 4 hours and talk about life. So I feel like an incredible day to maybe visit with the most recognized and best athlete in the world, and then a few hours later visit with the most recognized and maybe best coach in the world. One thing that really stuck in my mind visiting with Coach Wooden is he talked a lot about Mother Teresa and a life not lived for others is a life not lived, and it just talked about sharing and being part and enjoying other people's lives, and that's how he lived his life. He wanted to be a part of others. He was a very giving, selfless person, and that's one of the main things I took away from him is to reap the benefits of sharing your life with others. Growing up in Tennessee, having the Southern accent at times, living in the South, probably go Matthew McConaughey. Hopefully he would portray a nice coach on the sidelines and also maybe a quick wit off the court. So, when I was a child, I always pretended I was Larry Bird. I always grew up. My family and I were big Boston Celtics fans, and still am. And one year for Christmas, my parents got me and my brother shares. So we actually were shareholders. I was the only professional sports franchise at the time that you could buy stock in. So me and my brother got that for Christmas one year. We got a couple shares of Boston Celtics stock. So I always pretended I was Larry Bird. My wife and I, Brittany, have a daughter, Emery, and we love the fact when she just laughs and giggles and she just kind of cackles, and we kind of chase her around, and one of us holds her and we run, and she'll squeeze our neck and while the other one's chasing her, and it's a lot of fun. So, favorite meal my wife cooks. My wife is a very good cook, and I'm very, very lucky and blessed to have a wife that's very good around the kitchen. She cooks a seafood au gratin, and it's scallops and shrimp, and it's kind of breadcrumbs. It's an Alfredo sauce, and it's crab meat. It's baked, and it's delicious. My favorite thing to cook, I spend a lot of time on the grill. I enjoy spending time on the grill. I'm also now kind of branching out and doing vegetables and things like that. But I like to cook steak on the grill. I like to cook salmon, chicken. I like to kind of try new things. I'm always kind of maybe trying a new marinade, creating a new marinade, coming up with maybe a different little spice, but enjoy the grill. Facebook or Twitter, I'm going to go Twitter. I have both. I have Facebook and Twitter. I enjoy Twitter more. I think for me, it's the number one source of news. I enjoy learning some things. There's always some great articles. I favorite a lot of articles and go back and read them. There's a lot of great information on Twitter. When I was growing up, I wanted to be a lawyer, but I would say probably around 13, 14, I knew I wanted to be in athletics and really started to kind of focus on being a basketball coach. And here I am at 32, a college basketball coach. So, once I got to high school, I definitely knew this is what I wanted to do. I used to want to coach high school. When I got to college, I wanted to coach college and haven't looked back since. Mentor, I have several mentors. Probably my longtime mentor outside of my dad, just based on life and things like that. But a coaching mentor would be Larry Scheid, the head coach at University of Wyoming. Coach has always been there for me. He was my first guy I worked and studied under and learned under at Clemson, where I went to college, and has been incredibly supportive and loyal, and I wouldn't be where I'm at without him. And any major decision, I call him. I'm going on my 6th year sharing an office with fellow assistant coach Sam Shaw, and we like to have a good time. And there's a lot of times it's serious, but there are a lot of times where we're bouncing ideas and sharing things and talking about things. But it's also like we like to give each other a rough time about stuff. He always kind of gives me a rough time about how I am on the practice court, and he says that times I'm just a little too energetic or a little too excited about plays, and I'll go up and chest bump a player and things like that. So he likes to imitate me and copy me and kind of make fun of me in those regards. And I like to make fun of him on a lot of different areas. Most notable maybe how much coffee he has to have to get going. I know he needs that artificial motivation, and I don't feel like I do. And we certainly have our moments of fun.